Good afternoon from Etten, New York. We came up to upstate New York to see family for Thanksgiving on our way home today to Pennsylvania, but there's a brewery we wanted to stop at. It's Wetlands Brewery in Etten, New York. It's about 20 miles southeast of Watkins Glen and about 20 miles southwest of Ithaca, New York. Show you a little bit around. We're going to go have dinner, try their new beer they just started brewing, and then hopefully we can meet the owners and get an interview with them. So let's check out the place. We've been here a couple of times when they first opened, because definitely had to check it out. New small town of Etten, there's not a lot of activity around, so came here for lunch. Their lunch is amazing. Came here for dinner. It was amazing. They didn't have any beer yet at the time. They had beer, local beer from other breweries they were serving, but now they do have their own. So we'll try a flight before we head out. You can play some games while you're here. It's a little chilly now, a little snow on the ground. I won't be hanging out outside very much longer. They have nice fire pits and seating areas. Nice view. There's a Wetlands Brewery. They have deck seating. I believe the deck goes all the way around. They do have music playing, so hopefully I can not get too much of that in this video. It's a really nice place, though. The owners are wonderful. Yeah, their table's put away for the winter. Definitely don't want people sitting outside in the cold. We had a craft fair here today. This morning we came in for that. A craft fair. It's cute. All right, let's go in and see where Greg went. Busy place. All right, so we have our flight. Wetlands Brewery. Okay, what are we trying first?
The wheat.
So, Wetlands Yellow Warbler wheat. Classic wheat with a slightly hazy body, light citrusy finish. Which was
That's
Warbler
way over there.
wheat. Okay, so this one is Yellow Warbler. Definitely citrusy.
Oh, hoppy. Not bad.
I don't think it's hoppy. Are you just going to finish it?
So we have this issue that I want to finish each one and then move on to the next one.
No, I like to taste.
And she goes through and tastes all of them.
I like to taste which one I like. To see which one I like. I taste all of them, see which one I like the best. And then I drink the worst first and save the best for last. But that's not what he does.
No, my mom and dad are here, but they don't want to talk. They're being camera.
It's good.
Citrus, yeah. Want to try any?
No.
It's light and refreshing. It's good for a good summer drink.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oreo's the next
The
one.
Oreo. This is the next one.
Right here.
You need water?
Yes, please.
All right. Wetlands Oreo wheat. Blood orange
wheat,
wheat.
because that's on the. That's holding the sign up. Oh, this one might be.
That's okay. That's fine. I'll just move the sign. There we go. All right. I didn't finish what I was saying. Blood orange wheat, light and refreshing with bright citrus flavors.
You see him? Timber.
Is it very orangey?
Take it on. It's gonna say for the point.
I'll have to find out the history of the names. The
The,
beers are all named after
yeah, it's
birds.
already in the question list.
Okay.
I'm way ahead of you. You didn't read it. Send her stuff and she doesn't read it.
I did read it. I was just trying to have a conversation.
Drinking?
What's that? This one. It's a lot of orange flavor to it. I like it.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're fine. Hopefully he doesn't mind being on camera
Yeah.
because he's on our video now.
The rest?
Nope. Unless you want me to have it.
Oh, that's really good. The orange really came out in that one.
Yeah. I like the board.
Yeah, me too. If you made it. The woodpecker.
Wetlands Pleated Pilsner Woodpecker. This one. It's right here.
Oh, yeah.
Pleated Pilsner. What does it have? A pale, gently hazy pour with bright citrus aromatics and herbal undertones. I don't have my glasses on, so that's probably not wise to have you reading it. But
The next one worries me because it's an IPA.
sure, it started there. This one definitely tastes more like beer. Not that it tastes like beer already, but the first two are very light and crisp. This one has a I don't know, other than a beer taste. I don't know how to say it.
Somebody just closed the door. So far, that Oreo was my favorite.
Mine too. So far, we really should have started with the hoppy one, since neither of us like hoppy beers. And then we could have finished with the fruity one.
That one has orange in it too.
Yeah, but it's an IPA. We usually don't just slam them down. We usually take our time drinking these, but we're trying to record this and not ignore your parents.
Who? You gonna read the other one?
Out loud? No.
You have been.
Oh, I thought you asked if I already did. So no.
You read, then I just taste.
I know. So the hazy Heron? Okay, heron. I was wondering why that looked like what a Huron was. So it's a heron. Wetlands Great Blue Hazy Heron. Hazy IPA with notes of stone fruit, fresh orange, slightly fruity with a nice balanced body.
The aftertaste on that one is really good.
Is it hoppy
The
though?
initial taste, I don't know if I'd say hoppy.
It's a little hoppy. If you like hoppy beer, that's great. Not a big hoppy beer person, but yeah, I like the aftertaste. It's very good.
And hazy.
And hazy. The Oreo is our winner. You agree? Yeah. This berry has a good orange flavor to it.
The initial taste of this is hoppy, and I don't like hoppy beers usually, but it's got a good aftertaste to it. But the Oreo one just was orange.
Yeah.
This one has a little bit of orange taste.
Yeah, it does. I get your backwash.
From all of them.
That's funny. All right, well, those are good.
Oreo's my favorite.
Good job. Oreo's my favorite too. All right, we got our food. Let's turn this around so you can see. I got the double smash burger. Comes with homemade chips. Greg got the squash soup, or butternut squash soup. That roll looks amazing. And 3 tacos.
I can't remember which one's which. So.
Beef, chicken.
And there's a chicken.
And something else.
And a beef and I don't know. I've had them before. They're all really good.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So we'll start with just tell us a little bit about yourselves. I'll actually start with. So I know Nate. I don't know if you know this as well, but I know Nate because when we were very young, we actually grew up right next door to each other. That was what I was.
Got to be 85, 1985.
All right. Well, maybe we should cut that out. So
85, cut it out.
Yeah. So that's how Nate and I know each other. So we're in my hometown. Spencer, Burnett, and they're really kind of one and the same. So, but I grew up in Spencer. You grew up in
Burnett after, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So if you could just tell us a little bit about yourselves.
Yeah, so I'm basically a project manager and cover New York State building playgrounds. So my father-in-law had the idea of building this brewery after some home brewing for about 7 years. And so that's what came about to make this place. We broke ground in August of 23 and opened our doors on June 1st of this year. So that's the short and sweet of it. We made some really crappy beer in the beginning on a little homebrew system and got tired of freezing our butts off outside on the porch. And during COVID, we built an electric brew system in our basement. We remodeled and did 10-gallon batches there and started splitting batches and taking them up to Seneca Lake to his lake house. And then it just kept growing from there. So people liked our beer and we decided to open a brewery. So
you still have that electric system in your
I
basement?
do.
Oh, I gotta come check that out.
I do.
So I actually want to build one. I wanted to build one, but now our plans are to, once our son graduates college, we're planning on selling the house in Pennsylvania that we had, getting on the road full time in our campers. So
Wonderful.
Yeah, looking forward to that. Yeah, and the camper won't work so well.
Might be tough.
Yeah, in fact, I actually had plans to put a little kitchen in the basement, and I got the cabinets and stuff. And I was going to build my own countertop, but now we're like, let's just take it to our place here and
see the world, see through.
Yeah, and we have the property here in New York with a shed on it, so we'll just throw them in there for now.
There you go.
And then we'll figure out what to do with it later on. So, and
so you want to add to the story? What did I miss?
Oh my gosh, not very much. That was the short and sweet version. So we've been together for how long? Long time. 13, I don't know. We joke around like 13, 15, I don't know. But married for 10. And so we've just been really, really blessed in finding each other and then just building our dreams together. And so this place was one of them. He's the brewer, and I was like, where do I fit in? And also being in the playground industry, like we just would service so many communities and bringing so many people together and like just the hub of a community. I feel like is kind of like their community space, their playground space. So we wanted to have a community space or a place where our community could come together. Mm-hmm. And so that's kind of where I feel like I kind of fit in. And growing up on a farm, I wanted to be able to bring a farm to table menu and shed some light on local farmers and artists and crafters. And so while he's brewing, I'm like curating the tap room and the menu. So
yeah, and our plan.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, our plan really wasn't to be a full restaurant. We talked about building food trucks, and our business plan was just supposed to be Sarah and I and 2 employees, and now we're up to 20 employees altogether. So
yeah, it grew really fast.
We grew the business very fast and just accommodated, and wanted to keep the customer experience at the forefront. And, so the kitchen was kind of an afterthought, but also helped us get our doors open because we waited so long to get our brewing equipment. So we opened on guest hats and just small batches, and it really worked out well.
And I'm sorry, do you have more questions? 'Cause I could go on and on about my staff because they're the most incredible people in the world.
Well, we have more, but,
Okay.
but yes, yes.
So we're a little quirky. We're a little bit different. I feel like our branding is different. We have the most incredible staff back there. And a
And
lot
up here.
and up here. Oh
Yes.
yes, full.
Yes.
Like all together, the most incredible
Yes,
staff.
and I always say that because we just like we've been here a few times and the service has always been great. People are always friendly. It's awesome.
So we have most of the kitchen crew back there are all students, and I feel like that's just a huge high school age. High school,
students.
yes, and it's a lot of them is their first job, and so to be able to provide their first time employment in a hometown, I feel like is really good, and also. For some of our kids back there are BOCES in the culinary arts program, so now they're getting like a crash course for their like lifelong dream. So it's just really cool to have such a great team environment. It's not like the chef kitchen that you think of when you go back there, where it's like this way or that way, and like it's just full team and really.
It's also
great.
awesome that your mom is back there working as well.
Correct. It's
Yes.
a second full-time job. Well, it's like a part-time job. She's here Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So, and she's kind of the ringleader of the kids back there and therapist
We
for
call him like camp counselor. She's like camp counselor because she'll be like, "How was your day today? Did you do this? And to make sure you go for your PSA and like you do this and you do that." And like so, she's all like very motivating and
She's usually so quiet.
motherly back there. Yeah.
Yes,
So-
and then her eggs, right? Her eggs.
Yeah, so Red House Ranch is a local farm here, so all of our charcuterie meats come from them, all of our eggs come from them, and then it's kind of full circle. So any of our food waste actually goes back to them. So
Yes, to the piggies.
By
Little
the way,
self-serving.
we never did cover that it's Wetlands Brewing. So,
Yes.
so explain the name a little bit too.
yeah, so the history of this place is this was the old double Lehigh Valley Railroad out here, and when they ripped the tracks out, they never maintained any of the culvert pipes. The beavers moved in, got rid of all the farmland, and created the wetlands. So we wanted to pay homage to the wetlands and make that the forefront. So that's why we named it Wetlands Brewery.
And then I have the questions here. So for my own, 50 plus years old memory goes. I mean, you kind of already did a little bit, but how would you describe the mission and the personality of the brewery?
I think the mission is to provide a local gathering spot, and also bring in and connect to the brewery trail. We're 18 miles from any other brewery, so our mission was to connect the dots and then also just have a spot for our regular hometown people there. So
Yeah. So like a community hub in space.
Yeah, which there wasn't a whole lot of anything here, including work for high schoolers. So growing up, I worked at the gas station first in Spencer, and then the grocery store for several years, and that was pretty much it we had here. Now we actually have a big Dollar General and everything. So if you were like, what would you say makes your brewery unique from others?
Oh man. Okay. There's a lot of
yeah, so I think the team aspect, the culture. I would say that we tried to do things different with food, farm to table. Most breweries don't have TVs or a fireplace. We just tried to do things a little bit different and just make it a different space and feel at home.
yeah, I think to me it's about making people feel welcome and being at home and also like it's service. Like I feel like sometimes as as a society we're so far removed from the one-on-one personal connection and so that kind of feeds into why we don't post our menu online. Like we want you to come in, we want you to experience us, we want you to have a personal connection with us versus just looking at us online. Or that's another reason why we don't have a phone number because we want you to come in and experience us, which I was a little nervous at first because the way it was kind of received was like, oh man, like where's your phone number? But then once people understood that that was kind of what made us different, we started getting the most amazing letters from people wanting to have reservations and their weddings here. And so to me, I was like, that was a personal touch that I needed that to validate the fact that we don't have a phone number. and we don't have our menu posted online because we want a personal connection with you.
That's cool.
I think one of my favorite things when we come in here is you two are always out talking to everyone.
Oh,
You're open and you're available. And a lot of the owners aren't like that. It's like you only deal with the staff and that's it.
yeah.
And you love a lot of kitchen guys. It's wonderful. It's one of my favorite things to come in here.
Yeah, like I said, she's usually so quiet. So we tried some of the beers, and they were kind of not, I wouldn't say IPA focused, but a little bit more toward the hoppy flavor profile. So is that like what you plan on specializing in, or I know you talked about a porter as well.
Yeah, so we have a porter coming and we have a light lager and a pale ale. And our goal here, and I guess the beauty of us opening on guest apps, is we got to find out what people like, right? And so our goal is to have something for everybody and always have a wide array. So I think that's going to be the mission and the challenge, and I'm excited about that, to always have something for somebody's palate.
And the cool part too is like we do want to pay homage to the amazing breweries that helped us get open. And so like, Sonic and Stag, like their chocolate raspberry porter is amazing. So like, you can't really compete with that. And so we know that we should just always have a chocolate raspberry porter and bring it in. And then Cuba Brewing with their pumpkin cream and Diversion with their serial killer. Like they have such great beer. So it's like where we can kind of implement our weaknesses, we bring them in, showcase them until we can kind of craft our own.
That chocolate raspberry sounds so good. I'm like, I gotta drive all the way back to Pennsylvania, so I can't do.
And liquid shoes, I can't forget about them either because they are also incredible.
It's all
what?
one big
Liquid shoes.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah, we've been doing it.
We've been, yeah.
Like we just have had such an amazing support system, and with local brewers, it's a completely different community. I think I thought it would be more competitive, but it's really just
family. It's like a winery.
Yeah,
It's just one big family.
like brotherly almost. Yeah.
Everybody's there to help each other and give tips and tricks and talk about their experiences and help you through those.
I wanted to start a brewery. Actually, I wanted to do it. So I like smoking meat. I like brewing beer, and like wines and those things. I like working out. I like, what are the other things? Personal trainer. Oh, ice cream. I like making ice cream. So I wanted like a big location. Yeah. So I wanted a big location to have all of that stuff. And I could wake up in the morning and go, I want to make ice cream today. So I could go and just make ice cream. Like, all right, get out of the way, guys. I don't know what the plan was today, but I'm making this ice cream today. And then if I woke up the next day and I'm like, I want to smoke beer. I want to smoke meat. See, I could get confused.
Yeah.
Well, I'm like, yeah. So, but it's whatever I wanted to get up or wake up and do each day, then I could just get up and do it and push the people. Like, I don't know what the plans were, but I'm the boss. I'm so I kid, I joke. That's not my personality, really. But
the dream isn't gone. It's just on hold while we travel first.
Yeah,
and then we'll
figure out. I also wanted a gym. So if you actually this Alpha Leap, I want to advertise for somebody, but Alpha Leap, he actually owns a gym. Chris Guzman, he's on YouTube also. He owns a gym. And he started the clothing company to help pay for improving the gym. And the clothing company took off, and the gym took off, and it's in Houston. And we went there when we were in Houston. Oh, amazing gym. I want to go back to Houston just so I can go back to that gym. That's the only reason I would go back to Houston.
Do they have beer there yet? And ice cream?
No, they have a restaurant though in the gym.
Wow,
it's awesome. So, do you have any unique ingredients or brewing methods that you use now or plan to use?
We're fortunate in New York with the farm brewery license that we can source a lot of local. New York Hop Guild is right here in New York, in Elmira, New York, and they source hops from all over the world. And I was intrigued to find out that they had like 16 or 18 different varieties grown in New York. So I look forward to using them and incorporating as much of that into our recipes as we can.
Nice. So obviously already talked about local farms that you have partnerships with. Like what events do you plan on doing events here? Other than like today this morning we came for the
vintage market.
That was pretty cool. It's nice to do. And my parents came and so they're very hesitant about doing things at breweries, wineries, distilleries. So we brought them down, and afterwards, my mom was like, "Oh, I'm so glad we went down." For one, so
Yeah.
got to talk to your mom and stuff. So,
Sure.
so that's a great thing that you're doing because, again, this area and this town needs more.
Brings community together. Yeah, I would say with all the events we were doing, my wife is extremely creative. So if you follow us on Facebook, you'll see all the events, basket making and cookie making. And,
So we did a
okay,
cigar
making.
rolling event as
Oh,
well,
that's cool.
and for my dad's birthday because he loves cigars, and so just I have a quirky brain, and so like some of these things just kind of come to me, and like we're gonna do fly tying and bring in a fly fisher, and also teach people how to do fly fishing. So just things that are different, I feel are needed, but also it helps local people. So like the local basket maker, like and she teaches these classes, and so it's like she's not traveling her far. And then we have a candle making class. It's she's coming from Waverly. And we do a lot of different things with Plenty of Posies, which is our local flower farmer, and so they do some really great things in that bouquet making and wreath making and things like that.
The candle making thing, I saw that. I was like,
Yeah.
maybe we need to come back.
If you come back, so the class just sold out. I'm sorry. It's you can come in and smell it. The whole place smells so
Smells
good.
like
Yeah.
So I would, so the community, it seems like they've responded very well so far. So yeah, that was kind of the question: was how has the community responded, and like how would you kind of put that into more?
It's been unbelievable, remarkable, and I think the fact that our business plan had 4 people and we're up to 20 is a telltale sign that it's been so encouraging. It's hard to tell what the future will be. I mean, we keep pivoting day by day to make things faster and smoother and make sure the customer experience as well. So,
And the
I just,
food.
yeah, I just feel like I just pinch myself sometimes and like think like, oh my gosh, like this is really here, and like it really comes back to the community support. It really does. So we're so grateful. So grateful.
Yeah, we're like I said, we've been here but 4 times now. Yeah, and the funny thing is, so we've been here 4 times. 2 of the times that we've been here with my parents, one of my cousins came in as well that lives in the area. So got to see my cousin that I don't get to see very often. So it's like you said, it's a great place to have. Great thing to have a place that we can go to locally. And when we come home, we're like, okay, we're gonna go try wetlands.
Awesome.
I feel like there's also like we have our brewery babies because we've been open for 6 months, and we've seen like families that brought like newborn babies, and like watching them like like be like chunky toddlers, and then to realize they're actually like going through life events with people. Like we've had how many first dates and blind dates, and like it's just the craziest thing, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing.
We'll have to tell you about how we met. It was all it was all blind date related as well. So
Was it at a brewery?
no, it was in Germany, and the basics is it was not love at first sight at all. So so I mean you guys have already kind of explained this I think, but the most rewarding part of launching the brewery and also what was the most difficult part of launching the brewery to begin with? So I know like we passed by here every time we came, and for it seemed like it was like building for quite a long time. And every time we were like, what is that going to be? And we couldn't wait to see what it was finally going to be. So what was the?
So I think I think a lot of the big challenge was, we both worked full-time jobs. Being a playground builder, project manager. My father-in-law and brother-in-law are electricians. We built this whole place from the foundation up. A friend of ours did the foundation and the dirt work. So the challenge was it's on a conservation easement. The property is 24 acres of 27. So we had to kind of evaluate where the building was going to go and then pay homage to the wetland. It would be off from the wetland so that it stayed a designated wetland and protected that. So I think that was one of the big challenges. And just not knowing, what it takes to open a brewery and waiting for our brewing equipment. But all of those things are behind us, and the reward is just so much more now.
So I wanted to again 50 plus. My memory sucks. So So you've got like the yellow warbler wheat, the Oreo wheat, the wetlands. I'm going to say this horribly wrong. So
Highlighted Pilsner.
highlighted Pilsner woodpecker, and the wetlands grape. Wow, I can't talk.
Blue Heron.
Great blue hazy heron. That's a mouthful to say.
Yeah.
Um, so kind of just explain like the names of the beers as well so far.
Go ahead.
That's my quirky brain, So I love like dual marketing. I love to be able to make people think and to also spark conversation and be like, oh, this is really cool. And so we wanted to pay homage to the wetlands. This is the most incredible bird watching place. We have so many bird watchers. We were designated as a bird watching hotspot by Cornell, so that was really exciting. And so all of our beers are named after birds to also like spark that curiosity and hopefully
Education
education
about the birds that are in New York.
and it's also fun. It's fun to play on words, right? You got like your flight of beer, and it's all birds. So yeah, and then we had a blue warbler on there, which is a blueberry wheat beer that
Sorry,
has picked. Yeah, it's on a short migration.
Yeah.
It is coming back. So yeah, we have some really cool things.
Do you have the name for the porter picked out yet?
Not yet.
Oh, that one's kind of
We're
gonna
looking for
stump us.
suggestions.
Yeah.
And if we run out, we might go to reptiles or other wetland.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
So the sky's the limit, and we're gonna keep testing the envelope.
Yeah.
Dipping hours in the wetlands.
See, I wanted to name the pilated pilsner the Mallard because it seems like it's such a like steady beer. It's always like a crowd pleaser, but then pilated pilsner woodpecker really like it really like takes. So
That's funny because one of the questions I had was, by the way, I use ChatGPT to come up with these questions. Not all of them are good questions, so I kind of skipped over some of them. But one of the fun questions was, what would a Mad Mallard Adventures in beer look like?
Would it be so okay? Originally, our thought process was that the like apex birds, like your hunters, your eagles, those would be your hazy IPAs that have like that kick and that bite, and then your more docile songbirds would be your lighter beers, and then your dark beers would be your nocturnal birds, like your owls. So I don't know. That is a good question. Maybe it needs to be a poll. Like you got to open it up to suggestion.
Yeah, we'll have to come back when our beer is made.
Yeah,
Yeah.
A few beers might help you with that.
Yeah. So, I mean, we tried to, we talked about like the time to meet up and do this interview, and I don't know if this is going to be an easy question to answer, but what would be the best days and times to visit? Understanding too that right now our kennel is very, very small, so we're not going to be hitting a whole bunch of people. So it could be. Hopefully, my hope is with this interview is that as our channel grows, people will see the video more, and more people will come in.
Well, we're on the road. You wouldn't believe the number of people we meet in Florida and Georgia and Texas that love the beer. And the brewery from the winery. And so we absolutely will tell them about your brewery.
Yeah, and go watch our video. Yeah.
I would love to tell you Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. However, we could have a slow Wednesday and a kicking Thursday. You just never.
See, you went days of the week. I went seasonal. I was like, I feel like summer is beautiful, but also like the fall down here, like looking down the valley, is absolutely remarkable. And I think the Finger Lakes are their most peak in the fall. So I'm like, come sit on the patio and just enjoy the sun and watch the fall foliage. And
yeah.
so,
That was really nice.
Yeah.
So do you have any upcoming collaborations?
We have been asked by a few, so we may be doing an upcoming collaboration with Liquid Shoes and Upstate and Diversion. So we'll see where that goes in the future.
We've done an event collaboration with Diversion, which was awesome. So they did like a Jeep ride and we were the halfway point, and so we were so grateful to be able to be part of that experience. And
yeah, so
it was
collaboration
pretty cool.
might not be just making beer, it could be events too, you know.
Events.
And
Oh, yeah.
that's the great part about the family of Brewery, you know.
Yeah.
Right. And so Liquid Shoes is supporting on Market
Yeah.
Street. Where is Diversion?
Diversion is on Wine
Is
Club
it
State Road.
Diversion?
Diversion Brewing, yep, in
Okay.
Chemung, New York.
Yep.
They're roughly 18 miles from here. Two couples own the business, great family.
Great people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know you have food already. That's awesome food. But do you plan on having food trucks?
So we did bring in a food truck for our cigar event. That was awesome.
Local.
Yeah,
Hot
local,
Drags.
Hot Drags food truck, right here in Spencer. I think we'll definitely for our summer events and as our outdoor space grows, I think we'll probably bring in some more.
Yeah. Are you expanding your outdoor space?
So our goal is to break ground and expand. We're not sure when that's going to be yet, but if the demand stays, then we plan to grow with the demand.
To make sure it's not getting too busy.
I'm keeping my eye.
Yeah.
Reading the room. Seeing their faces.
Did you plan on doing that when you first opened, or is that
Yeah.
since you've opened?
Yeah, so that was always part of our plan is to expand. So we've already expanded our parking on both ends. We're a Harvest Coast location. So
Yeah, we're
which is awesome.
Yeah.
We've had 4 guests so far, and it's been
No
incredible.
way.
Yeah.
People
Where,
come over.
where do they?
So we kind of let them set up wherever they want. Most of them have been down here, just and they have full use of the fire pit and the facility while they're here. So
Yeah, we definitely want to kind of update our Harvest House spot so they can have like a little campfire by their plane.
Right.
But we had that down by the wetlands, like kind of like right here, and then we had them in the parking lot right there. So
One thing that's wonderful about the Harvest Host though is when there is a communal fire pit versus individual.
Yeah.
fires, because you just gravitate and start talking to
Yes.
people. So
It's-
it is nice.
it is
It's
nice.
its own, but it's also nice to have that
that
communal
space.
and that's one
Yeah.
thing we found already because we just did one campsite for Harvest Host. We've had a lot of people ask if we were going to do more. If there was
Right.
more Harvest Hosters coming in that night, so we'll see what the future brings.
Yeah, and I didn't really recognize that they do like their
They
own
are their own
community.
community. Yeah.
And they want to like say, where did you travel last?
Yep.
Where did you
Right.
stay? And so like And
Yeah,
we talked
it's
about
been-
doing a farmers market building too on this side of the
that'd be
driveway eventually. So that way we can have CSA drop locations where farmers can just drop their food and then buyers who just pick it up on a Wednesday or Thursday night. So
Yeah, we've seen a couple of those. Like a lot of them. Like there was one we went to was a small building. Like Mike, thought my mic came off. We went to one. There was a small building. You walked inside and you just dropped off your money. It was awesome. That was pretty nice too. I don't remember what they had in it. They had meats and all sorts of stuff.
Is that Wickham's up on Hector and Hector?
No, was that even? I don't remember if that was. I think
Great
that
spot
might
if
have been a
anybody's
different
don't even know if it was in New York.
Yeah, I don't remember either. We travel around so much, I don't remember what's
sorry,
what.
out of time.
Okay.
Checking out my teens.
That's okay. We don't want to.
No, you're good. You're good.
So I think the last question I'll ask you. So can you give an overview of your brewing setup, like how much you can brew?
Yeah, so we have a 5-barrel system, 3 fermenters, and we'll see where that goes. We may expand. We have 10-foot floor ceiling, so if there's room to grow, we'll grow with it. For now, it seems to be working pretty well. So
We say that, and then we
Blueberry ran out.
yeah. It's okay. It's gonna come back though.
We can cut that out. Give me a
We
hard time.
our walk-in brew this last
yes,
month.
we have
So
to
like
expand our walk-in right
Yeah.
ahead because kegging 3 5-barrel fermenters
lot of beer.
made 30 kegs really quick and
Oh wow,
a shortage of room. So
Yeah.
it's so much fun. Anytime you need a hand with the brewing process, just, if I'm up here, let me know.
perfect.
I'll be down. What's your favorite part of the process? The brewing process.
You know, I love it all. It's one of those things where I get in the zone, right? So you're creating your recipe and developing your recipe and just executing it. So I don't know. I love all of it from washing kegs so far. I don't know why it's still like that, but the whole aspect of it is fun. It's still fun, you know. It's a hobby and it's a job, and it doesn't feel like a job.
and I love like coming in with like our local that are like brewers by like Labatt. and being like, well, unfortunately, we have our farmer's license. It's only anything that's distilled, crafted, or made in New York. But let me have you try this. And then for them to be like, oh my God, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Like, yes,
So
okay.
educating
So
people on
educate-
what craft beer is too has been really
and
fun.
to give them that experience.
The only other question actually I did have was so like the tacos and the different things like the tacos are kind of a unique menu item and some of the there's some other things. But what like how did you come up with the menu?
Yeah.
And not specifically the tacos, but
yeah, so we wanted to be an exclusive menu. We want or inclusive. So basically, we wanted everyone to be able to come in and have something that they can eat. So tacos are a great option to be able to showcase local ingredients, like the beef is local from Red House Ranch, and like local lettuce, and we can kind of top those and dress them up. We've done a chorizo taco from Red House Ranch as well. And because we use corn tortillas, they're gluten free. So to be able to have like a dish that has as many options as it does, that is a gluten free option, is really important. We also vetted a lot of our food vendors out. Thank you. So that way we knew what we wanted. We wanted to make sure that everything that we brought was a clean label. So like our pizzas, our sourdough crust are very clean. There's not any like mumbo jumbo in them. So like bringing healthy food options to the table was really important. And we don't have a fryer. So and that was my choice. We wanted to kind of push ourselves to not fall back on fried food and to be able to provide healthy options for our community was really important.
I like that too. So I have my personal trainer and my nutrition certification, so I love all of that. So
Yeah.
so you guys have anything else that you want to?
No, thank you so much for taking the time.
Yeah,
it's always good to take a good moment to like stop and reflect on our own journey because sometimes we go through it and we're like, wait, what happened?
Yeah. So but again, Wetlands Brewery here in Benetton, New York. I remember where I was. So stop by if you're around here. So, all right. Good.
Cheers.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Yes. Thank you again.